My name's Elliot Winter, and I'm the module leader for Global Security Law, which is module 8230 in the module catalogue. Global Security Law is a 20 credit module, and it's going to run in semester 2 of the academic year. In terms of content, the module I think will be of interest to anyone who's got an interest in issues like human rights, criminal law, anything international threat related, foreign policy, foreign affairs, wars or armed conflict, anything within those sorts of spheres of interest. If you have an interest in those, you'll have an interest in this module. In terms of the specific topics that we cover, the module is intended to be flexible, and rather than having a traditional syllabus that sort of runs from beginning to end, what this module is a compilation of discrete issues. So what I do is I look out there and see what are the current security threats that are occurring in the world, and I cherry pick some of those and I put them into the module. So there are 6 different topics running each year, and it's very much based on current events. So it is subject to change year on year, but to give you an idea of the content, last year the module included peacekeeping operations, maritime security, private security contractors, ecocide, cybersecurity, and space security. So again, they're discrete issues, they are separate, but I've picked them because they are of interest, they are topical, they are current. So that's the content. In terms of the delivery method, each of the topics is handled the same way. They're considered isolated packages, basically. So each of these packages, it could be the ecocide package, for example, each of them have 3 things. The first is an introductory lecture that will set the scene for you and give you some background information. And that lecture will be held on campus, usually in person. So that's the first element that will introduce you to the particular topic. The second thing that happens is a seminar. So you'll be given some reading to do before the class. And you do that reading, you carry out that reading. You might do your own wider reading as well to get some more knowledge on the topic. And then you actually attend the seminar. Again, these are usually in person. And we discuss the issue. And that's where you, in this context of the seminar and your preparation for the seminar, that's where the bulk of the work really is done for that particular topic. But that's the middle part. And then step 3 for each individual topic is that there's usually a video for you to watch online in your own time. And it's something that's designed to give you a bit of a broader context of that particular topic. So that's the third element. So to give you one example, I mentioned ecocide before. That was one of the 6 topics that we covered last year, and it might well be a topic that we cover again this year. So the 3 parts were first the lecture. So there was a lecture roughly an hour long on the university campus, and what I talked about there and what I gave an overview of there was the difficulty that international criminal law has currently in terms of protecting the environment. So I was looking at the current international crimes that can protect the environment, but showing how actually they have in practice a range of weaknesses. That was the first part of the lecture. The second part was we moved on to the seminar. So I handed out reading, and that was principally journal reading. So students were asked to read 2 or 3 journal articles, I think it was, which concerned a new proposal for an international crime of ecocide. So there's a group out there called Stop Ecocide International, and they have proposed an amendment to the Rome Statute. And that amendment would add in a new crime of ecocide to hopefully better protect the environment in the future. So we were looking at journal articles that were critiquing that. Some were pro, some were con, and it was to give students an idea of what their own thoughts might be in this issue. And then the final point again was the video. So what I uploaded for the video for the ecocide topic was an interview with one of the drafters of this proposed new crime of ecocide. Her name was Christina Voigt, and she was being interviewed by a law school in Germany. Some postgraduate students were interviewing her, and they were getting her thoughts on why she thought that this crime was needed and why the draft that was put forward ended up being what it was. So those three things were there to give you a solid groundwork in this issue of ecocide. For example, like I say, there are 5 other topics in addition to that, but that's just how one of them worked out. So you'll do the 6 topics. So it could be ecocide and piracy and cybersecurity and so on. You do each of those topics through the course of the semester, which is intended to be semester 2. And at the end of the module in the summertime somewhere, there will be an assessment. And really, there's only one summative assessment for this module, which is an examination. So you're given 2 hours and 15 minutes, probably in the exam hall, in the university, in person, to answer. You're given 6 questions, you answer 3 of them in the 2 hours and 15 minutes. So you're allocating around 45 minutes per question. And that's the only actual assessment. That assessment counts for 100% of the module. Prior to the summative assessment, you'll be given a formative assessment, which is really a practice. It doesn't count towards your grade, but it's a chance for you to try answering a couple of questions, or maybe just one question, just to see that you've got the right general approach, the approach that's expected of the law school's marking scheme. So yeah, that's it for my initial pitch to you for this module. If you have any questions, just email me. You should find my email address easily enough on the school intranet site. Yeah, so please do consider taking the module, and if you do, I look forward to seeing you in semester 2 of the academic year.